大家好，欢迎来到罗老师的中文空间。The topic of today's lesson is tones. Now, tones are something that lots and lots of students of Chinese find difficult. And it is really difficult. It's one of the things that makes Chinese one of the hardest languages to learn. And the reason for that is that we use tones in English, but not in the same way that they use tones in Chinese. So tones in Chinese is sheng diao. Sheng diao. Now the tones on sheng diao are sheng, first tone, diao, fourth tone. Sheng diao. Now, like you've heard before, there are 4 tones in Chinese. We have the first tone, the second tone, the third tone, and the fourth tone. First, second, third, and fourth. Now, you've seen these before. They go over the vowels in Chinese or in pinyin, and it tells us the tone for that particular word. So maybe you just don't get it. All right. Well, let's take a look at a diagram of the tones. If you take a look at this diagram here, this is pitch. Alright, so at the top we have high pitch, and at the bottom we have low pitch. So what I'm talking about here is the pitch of our voice. So let's start up here. This is about the highest sound that you make with your voice that is comfortable at a speaking volume. Here would be the lowest sound that you're comfortable with. So here, Does that make sense? Alright, so that's pretty much how tones work. We're working with this pitch, and tones are all about this pitch. So depending on what we say or what the tone is, the pitch is going to change. So our first tone is at the top of our register. So if I was to speak English in the first tone, everything would sound really high. It would all be at the top of the register. I would be speaking in a monotone voice as high as was comfortable for me. So that's how the first tone works. Some examples of that would be ma. Ma means mother. E is number 1. So E, first tone. E, ma. Another number. San, san. Ma, E. If you listen, you can hear that the pitch in each one of these words is the same. We stay at the top of the register. Ma, san, E. Alright, let's practice our second tone. Now the second tone is the most difficult for me, and has been. The second tone is the rising tone. So we start low and we move high. So if I was to speak in English all in the second tone, it would sound something like this. Hello, my name is Mr. Lovett. Everything would be rising. So let me give you a couple words that are in second tone. We have Shi, shi is 10. De, de, de is from De Guo. Guo, Guo, country or kingdom. So De Guo, this is Germany. Let me think for a second. One more for you. Person. Zhen, zhen, zhen. This is also second tone. So the second tone is a rising tone. Alright, let's move on to the third tone. Now the third tone is the tone that drops down low and then goes high. So it starts about here, it drops low, and then it moves up. Alright, so some examples with the third tone. Well, first, if I was to speak English in the third tone, it would sound like this. Everything would be really low. Alright, so some characters or some words in Chinese that are third tone. The number 5, wu, wu. Also, the number 9, jiu, jiu. Some pronouns, 我, 我. 你, 你. Now there's also one rule about the third tone that I think we should go over. We have here two words that are both third tone. 很好 means very good. Also hello in Chinese, 你好 are both third tone. 你 is third tone and 好 is third tone. But there's a difference between what we say and the actual tone. If there's two third tones next to each other, the first tone actually is pronounced as a second tone and not a third tone. So we don't say 很好, we say 很好, and we say 你好. Alright, that's enough with the third tone. Let's move on to the fourth tone. The fourth tone is a falling tone. And what that means is we start high and we fall very rapidly and very quickly down to the bottom of our register. So some examples would be, let's just do the numbers. R, R, 四, 四, 六, 六. So all of these are very just, as I would say, short and sweet. So let me drag it out and I'll say it a little slowly, a little slower. R, R. You can see I start high and go R, 四, 六. All very short and dropping very quickly. So 二四六. If I was to speak English in the fourth tone, it would sound like this. Alright, so those are the four tones. So there are the four tones all together. We have the first tone, the second tone, the third tone, and the fourth tone. Now let's practice some sentences with tones. Alright, so here we have two basic questions in Chinese. 你叫什么名字? 你叫什么名字? So 你 is third tone. 你叫 is fourth tone. 你叫什么? Now the m actually is a no tone. We didn't talk about this. The no tone in Chinese is just you don't put any emphasis on it. So that's kind of, some people call it the fifth tone, but I'm not going to call it the fifth tone. Let's just not put a tone on it and just not emphasize it. 你叫什么名 second tone 名字你叫什么名字? All right, the next question. What's your surname? 你 is also third tone. 你姓什么? 你姓什么? Good. 你姓什么? All right, so there's two examples. Let's do a couple more. 我不喜欢我的老师。我不喜欢我的老师。All right, now let's take a look at the second sentence. 我不是老师。我不是老师。This 不 in both sentences, it is the same character. 不 means, well, when we pair it with a verb, it's the negative of that verb. 我不喜欢我的老师. I don't like my teacher. And the second one, the verb is 是 is. So 我不是, I'm not a teacher. All right. So if you look, the tone changed. Now there's a rule with 不. 不 is fourth tone, unless it's followed by another character, another word that is also fourth tone. Anytime 不 is followed by a first tone, a third tone, or a second tone, it's a fourth tone. But anytime it's followed by a fourth tone, it becomes a second tone. Well, I hope that this lesson has helped you understand tones a little bit better. 谢谢收听. Thanks for listening. 下次再见. See you next time.